This week in the Reseller Locker Room, hey, we've got Thrifty Mom joining us. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss this.
Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
What's up, everybody? My name is Ben, the Rocky Top Picker, and we are live and large and in charge. Well, you're watching recorded version, but welcome back to the locker room, everybody. Ben, Rocky Top Picker, followed by Alex, the Beard King Picker, and joining us in a co-ed edition of the Reseller Locker Room is Kristen, the Thrifty Mom. Welcome to the locker room, Thrifty Mom.
Hey, guys.
How are you doing
Good
today?
to be here.
All right.
Good.
We want to get this thing started, Kristen. We want to learn about you, as obviously you're a mom, hence your handle name, and we want to find out about your journey as a reseller, where you came from. Tell us about how you got into reselling. Let's start there.
Well, it's really something that me and my husband fell into from my dad. He introduced me to it, and then first introduced me to Harry Tornado that lives in my state, South Carolina. Just in case nobody out there knows. And so we got into it that way.
Cool.
Did you say your dad got you into reselling?
Yeah.
What did your dad resell?
But everything. He started like maybe a month before me and my husband started.
Okay.
No, I'm a one-woman show though, so like Chris ships for me, but that's about it.
Well, that's a better deal than what me and Ben have. We don't got a shipper, so you're one step ahead of us.
It knows math. I don't know math, so
Me either.
that's a whole
So Kristen, do you do this full time? Are you a stay-at-home mom, or what's that situation?
My kids, they go to school. My oldest is gonna be 18 February 20th. So all three of them go to school. 12. I think we got too many kids. 12, 13, and almost 18. And so I stay at home. And I basically create content and go live all day, every day, and all night.
Wow.
Yeah, so I know you from Whatnot because you were doing plushie shows on Whatnot. Me and my daughter used to do plushie shows over there. Are you only selling live on Whatnot?
Lately I have been, or I started out on Whatnot, but lately I've been like reassessing districts and just that whole thing, like maybe jumping into something else.
So no static listings. You're not doing eBay. You just only been doing lives on Whatnot, and now thinking about maybe trying over on District.
See, the thing is, my husband was supposed to be fully in charge of static listings on eBay. No offense, guys, but y'all aren't best at keeping, your stuff together all the time.
Maybe he doesn't want to have too many. He doesn't want to have too many sales because he has to do all the packing and shipping. So he doesn't want to be too on track.
He I guess. Even though he procrastinates the shipping. So
Well,
that
no,
yeah.
now, wait a minute. What is your husband's name?
Chris.
Chris.
Kris.
Okay. Is Chris watching you right now? Because you're having a good time throwing him under the bus.
Hell no, he ain't watching me. He doesn't watch me either.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, sorry for your luck, Chris, if you ever watch this show, my friend.
He knows how I feel.
Okay. Well, Kristen, what is your favorite things to sell? What do you specialize in?
Plush. I started out in plush, and that is my first love. I don't know why, but it is.
Wow, plush.
Plush.
I just delisted about 100 pieces of plush out of my eBay store that I'm fixing to dump off somewhere. I may ought to just send them to you.
Yeah.
She's looking at me like, are you crazy for doing that?
Well, she's doing live selling, and that when I did Whatnot, I only did plush too on Whatnot because it sells better on Whatnot. Years ago, eBay was pretty good for plush, but as me and Ben have seen, it slowed down. It's really not as good as it used to be anymore. But I think there's still a market for it on live, like Whatnot and District. You know, doing live selling and selling plush like that.
Yeah, I think District mostly there's a market for plush now. I've seen it decrease on Whatnot ever since Loungefly became the new thing and like Disney category blew up.
Oh,
thanks
yeah.
to scams people. So yeah.
Did you say scams? What scams?
I don't want to say any names. I'm not.
You don't have
like
to say
that.
names.
I don't know. Do you know, Ben? Did I miss
No.
something? No, we're gonna have to have a conversation once we stop recording here, so we can drop some names.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I got all the tea.
So you currently you don't do the eBay platform, is that correct?
I sorry we got off topic.
That's all right.
I do that a lot. Thrifty explains it all. I explain all of it. But no, I list like if I find something, say that I know for a fact will do better than my audience on Whatnot, then I'll list it on eBay. But besides that, it takes too long to list on eBay. I'm sorry. I know people are gonna hate me for that, but it does.
Nah.
We agree.
Yeah, we agree. One of the things that as we've evolved this show, I mean, we're well over a year old now here on the Locker Room. And one of the things that me and Alex brought it up several months ago as we were embarking on coming into the new year is we wanted to have other resellers on the show that do other platforms other than eBay because, there's 1,000 ways to resell. And
right.
We wanted to showcase, folks like you that go other avenues to make profit. So, I mean,
absolutely. You just gotta find your own way to resell.
Yeah. We on this show have slammed eBay into the ground, or I have at least more times than I can count. And, but that's okay because, everybody has a right to their own opinion. And I've always said this, there's everybody does their business differently. So, with that in mind, Kristen, where do you do most of your sourcing? Where do you find most of your stuff?
At the bins.
Man,
Yeah.
see, I don't have a bin.
Definitely.
I don't have a Benz here where I live, and Alex has one right there in Nashville. And tell us about your experiences at the Benz, because Alex has got a ton of stories he could share.
I heard that on the last episode, I think with Jake, that you said you didn't have a bin near you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the prices just went up, so I might be a little hypocritical on here because I did just make a video last week complaining about the prices going up. It's really for content, guys. Like, don't hate on me.
Wow.
But yeah, so it on half off days, our bins is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, half off days, 50 cents for a big bag of plush. And
That's
then
crazy.
every other day you can get it for $1, or used to. Prices went up.
Oh,
So it's all bundled together. Then they don't sell them separately, so you can't really cherry pick the plush you want. Then that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because in Nashville they're just thrown in there single, plushies. So
Really?
yeah, but it goes by in Nashville. It would be considered. It's kind of funny because that would actually be considered a hard good. So they put it with the hard goods, and you're paying $1.59 per pound in Nashville for hard goods. So I mean, a plush weighs nothing. So you could buy a lot of plush for $1.50.
Yeah. Yeah. Except for when you find the big plush.
so
But I've told my dad no more big plush. Like, he sources for me sometimes because he lives right across from the bins that me and Harry Tornado go to. I've told him, no big plush, please. Can't do it.
so you just do exclusively plush, and that's it?
Plush and toys. I expanded into toys, and I do some t-shirts. But on eBay, I do everything. Shoes. I have just picked up from Shane that my dad actually gave him to sell. Some boots, brand new in the box. I forget what they're tactical boots. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Shane had a couple pair of those. So the tactical boots, army boots. Yeah.
Yeah, he had I think it was 6 or 7 boxes or something.
Yeah. It's funny you mentioned him because Shane's doing a lot of live selling now too over on Dibdit and Jake's platform, First Class Treasures. So he mentioned in his video he's going to try to go hit up the bins too. So you're going to have more competition. You got to fight Josh and Shane now for the plushies and the figurines and all that stuff.
Great.
Great.
You might need to put on the steel toe tactical boots and give them the boot out of there.
Exactly.
Sometimes at the bins you got to throw down. You got to stand your ground there.
Exactly. I have a funny story about that, if it's okay.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So right after, I was when I started out reselling, I was a super fan of Josh. Because I was like, oh my gosh, he's so awesome, you know, like, not that he's cute or anything, but
No, he ain't cute. Go ahead.
let me stop. But yeah, I was a super fan, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy Josh said that he's gonna have a Whatnot show. And I had never heard of Whatnot before my dad told me about it. So I get on his show and I'm like, babe, can I please buy like something from him just so I have something from him? And so I ended up paying like $200 and something for this jacket that I have on. Yes.
Wow.
200.
Okay.
200? You know he got that at the bins for $1.
I know. I know that now, Alex. I knew that now. And then I was at the bins like right after that, and I don't remember. I think it was when I was meeting Shane for the first time in person. And this guy kept coming up to me and saying, nice jacket. And I was like, thank you. And then he kept on coming up to me and he was like, can I buy your jacket from you? $50. And I was like, no, I paid more for it.
$250.
And then he offered me like $75, and I'm like, nope, way more than that too. See?
Oh, that's cool.
Okay. Thank you.
It makes more sense that it was expensive, that it got bid up, because that is a cool a vintage jacket. So
yeah,
that's cool. Rugrats. Yeah, it's really cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I get lots of compliments on it. It'll forever be a part of my reselling journey. So I have to tell that story on, whatever podcast I'm on.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's a Nickelodeon members only jacket.
Okay.
I think.
That's cool.
All right. So I want you to get into this mindset, Kristen, that we have viewers in our audience that watch this show that are not resellers. And by chance, if there are ladies watching that are moms, stay-at-home moms, and they're looking for something to fill the time gap and they want to make extra money for their households and their kids, walk us through your typical day of the things that you do to further your business.
Like
your just activities, what talk us, if you were going to talk to a bunch of moms watching, what would you tell them on how to get started?
I would just say, well, it depends on the childcare thing too. But if you have childcare, even if you don't have childcare, I've seen it done before. You can most definitely, have your child on a tablet or whatever occupied, and you can get started. It's easy. List, if that's your thing, static listings, which is not mine. But list or go live on Whatnot or Dipit, or there's so many avenues that are out there.
Mhm.
And it literally only costs you like 25 cents to get started. You can buy a single plush for 25 cents or less.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you go to a lot of yard sales in the spring and summer?
I try to. I don't really like, everybody keeps talking about this app, and I feel like I'm so late to the game because I don't know which app. Like, I've heard many apps, but I don't know which one to go with, and
Are you looking like a
stuff like
sourcing app? What are you talking about? App?
like
A yard sale
the
apps?
Oh, the yard sale treasure
Yeah.
map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's called yard sale treasure map.
Okay.
So you can kind of find what yard sales are going around in your area. There's 2 different ones if that's what you're referring to.
I think that is the one. It sounds
Yeah,
like it.
Yeah, just download yard sale treasure map, and during this, when yard sales popping up, it'll show you. You can map out your whole weekend, and you can put them in order so you know which one you hit. You can do 1, 2, 3, 4, so you know all the ones that you hit, and then it'll show them. I always check like Thursday morning to see what's going on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in your area. So then you can map out your whole area. It's funny you're talking about kids at the bins here in Nashville. The parents just let their kids run wild while they go shopping. So and we go, whose kid is this? Someone left their baby sitting in a car seat in the middle of the bins once. Not one parent around. It was like, what the heck, man?
That's
It's
exactly how
wild.
it is at our bins too.
Yeah, it's
And
wild.
I hate it. I'm like, it honestly disgusts me to see
Mhm.
it because I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, they
Why?
don't know.
So, how long have you been reselling?
A little over 2 years. Last Friday was my 2-year anniversary on Whatnot. I know
Congratulations.
it's stupid to celebrate that, but
No, it's not.
Did you get a whatnot cake?
no, I did not.
I would get a yellow cake.
After that.
Okay, this next question, I'm going to jog your memory here. What has been your highest profit sale that you have made in 2 years of reselling?
Okay. So, it was like this little Jack in the Box thing. But Winnie the Pooh popped out. Like, boing.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Them things used to scare the crap out of me when I was little.
That type of thing.
They give you anxiety
And,
when you're waiting for it.
Oh yeah, dude. Scared me to death. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just thinking of how like anxious it made me too.
Right.
Yeah.
And you'll learn from my story that it made me really anxious. But yeah, so I had this thing. I think I got it for like $2 or so at Goodwill in Batesburg, Leesville, South Carolina. And my husband was like, nobody's gonna want that. Put that back, blah blah blah. Whatever. Shut up. Anyways.
He didn't want to ship it. Chris being lazy.
Poor Chris, I swear. Okay, go ahead.
Love you, babe. If you're listening.
Love you, babe. Let me
But
punch you in the face, but I love you.
No, I'm gonna punch you in the face and then I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna kiss
Okay.
you or something.
So he didn't think this was going to sell.
He didn't think it was gonna sell. I just said that really country.
We're
Sorry,
all
guys.
country.
ADD. It's a thing. Real. But no, he didn't think it was gonna sell. So he was like, "Are you sure you want to get this? Blah blah blah." And I was like, "Yes. Can I please get it? It's super interesting, and I've never seen anything like it before." And so we get home. I have a whatnot show like right after that, scheduled I think 2 hours after that, and immediately, what's that box on the shelf? And I'm like, I didn't even show y'all that. I forgot I had it. I
So-
just picked that up today.
So you're doing a live whatnot, and this Winnie the Pooh Jack in a Box was sitting on a shelf behind you.
Yep.
Okay, and somebody asked you about it.
Yep.
And what did you do?
I was like, oh my god, I just found that today. Okay, maybe not that dramatic, but you know what I mean. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
And so I bring it up front to the auction, and I started at like $5 because I didn't think it would, I didn't think much of it.
Yeah.
And she's like, rerun that. She missed it or something. She's like, rerun that. My husband just said he'll pay you $50 for it. And I was like, did I hear right? Like what?
Yeah.
And I looked it up on eBay later, and it was worth about 15, maybe.
Really?
Wait, $15 or 1,500?
$15, not 15.
And
That-
they offered you $50.
Yes, Alex, we're talking about best profit here.
Yeah.
Best profit.
I was getting nervous when he said you looked at eBay after they gave you 50 and it was going to be 1,500. Like they knew something you didn't know about it. So I was getting nervous.
No,
Okay.
I looked it up on eBay afterwards, and I was like, I wonder what this would have sold for if I had listed it. And it was only worth like $10, $15.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Maybe.
okay, I made a good deal. And then I got even more profit for it because people had so much fun watching me get scared, crapless. I was about to say a dirty word. Can't do that.
Go ahead.
That's a rule for myself on my channel, so I'm not gonna do it here. But so they kept tipping me. It was right after the tipping feature just came out on Whatnot. So they kept tipping me to spin the little thing and get scared. And it wasn't even an act getting scared. Like I knew it was coming. I don't care. I was
Did it
scared.
scare the Winnie Pooh out of you?
Yes, yes. Now you're getting it.
So you racked up a lot of profit with people just tipping you to turn the box.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I wonder if
I
you could
got
use.
like several $20 tips and several
Wow.
$5 tips.
That's
Holy
crazy.
crap.
Wow.
I
So
wonder
that
if
was
Like,
your
let's
most
keep going.
most profitable item sale.
Yes, by far.
That's funny. That's a
I
funny
mean,
story.
not by far, but like my most memorable and my most
Yeah.
profitable. So
Okay. All
That's
right.
good. $2 into 50 though in the same day is awesome. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what's
yeah,
cool. That's what's cool about live. You can go sourcing, come home and run it the same night and sell it and get your money back
exactly.
and more. So that is the benefit of live selling. Now you're talking about district. Have you looked into some of those? Like, would you go over to DibDit if you're gonna move? Are you thinking about moving platforms or just trying theirs out compared to whatnot?
Just trying theirs out. Like
Huh?
I did try it out when I first heard about it through That Is Rad,
Okay.
Vanessa. That tells about the scams and stuff and whatnot. But so she made a platform called Keeping It Real Marketplace. And I joined that first and then became a seller like in an hour. And I did one auction on there. It's on my YouTube channel. If you want to go check it out, it's nothing special. I'm not special. But no, it was interesting. I've tried out Poshmark too.
Oh, doing
But
live on Poshmark?
yeah,
Yeah, I've never tried that. I've sold static listings Poshmark, but not lives. And I haven't done a district show yet. I just applied at like 3 or 4 different ones, but I haven't tried to go live yet to see how it is
yeah.
compared to whatnot.
The
So
only one I've gone live on District is Keeping It Real. But I am a seller in Dave's Market, Chop Commons,
Mm-hmm.
Dibbit, and Shane's new The Crooked's Fine,
Yeah,
I believe.
well, you
I
mentioned
believe
just a
that.
minute ago.
Yeah, it
You
is.
mentioned a minute ago your YouTube channel, right? You got a YouTube channel. Tell the audience
Yeah.
that's watching. Tell us about your YouTube channel. Why did you start it, and what do you do over there?
It's hard to explain what I do over there because I am a mess.
So the same thing Ben does on his channel. It's just a mess.
Sure.
What's the typical thing a viewer's going to see if they go to your channel?
You're gonna see a lot of comedy, but it's not like just off the wall crap. It's reselling related mostly. And my name is 1ThirftyMom, so obviously a little bit of mom stuff too.
Cool.
Can I tell you a story real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I just made a short last week, and I kid you not, it took me like, I'm not even gonna lie, it took me like 3 or 4 nights to learn this song. But It's called the Rizzler or Rizzler or something. Kids sing it now, and it's a whole thing. And it's kind of weird for me, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my kids love me. I'm gonna be a cool mom. So I put on my hoodie, put on my hood, and put some sunglasses on. And this was late at night. And I listened to the Rizzler and I dubbed it. So my daughter was like, what? And my son was like,
All right. Sorry.
"That you?"
Yeah, it was me.
What happened?
So you sung. My internet just went.
Oh,
Anyway,
I didn't even notice.
did you finish the story? Because my screen went black.
No.
Okay,
I
go
mean,
ahead.
pretty
So
much.
you done this. You had the hoodie on, glasses. It was late at night. You were doing a version of Slim Shady, Eminem, and it.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Pretty much. I had my shades on, my hood on, and I was singing Rizzler. It's
I have to look up Rizzler now because I've never heard of it.
I don't know what that is at all.
I have recently learned that it is, and I was like, this song sounds so familiar. I thought I was cool. It sounds so familiar,
That's
back
cool.
from my day.
Next week on the Reseller Locker Room, Ben does the Rizzler.
Yeah, baby.
We're gonna look it up, and Ben will learn it by next week. We'll be doing the Rizzler.
Yeah. Please do that.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm telling you. All right. Well,
I see the Rizzler kid song. Now
we need everybody watching to go over to One Thrifty Mom here on YouTube and hit that subscribe button and go check her out and her videos over there. But we need to get on to our show segments, and it's time. You know what it's time for, Alex?
The Rizzler? Oh.
Not the Rizzler. How about Twizzlers? I love that licorice candy. It's the sale of the week. Sale of the week, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got?
I'm trying to look mine
Okay.
up. This is actually sale of last week because I had it here, but Jake never let us get to our segment, so I'm going to share it this week.
All right.
I sold, this is an Amazon sale, The Confessions of Aleister Crowley. It's a biography about him. It sold for $108 on Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, not a bad flip.
All right.
Wow.
Kristen, what do you got for a sale of the week? You got anything?
No, because I haven't sold anything this week.
You haven't?
Okay.
No lives this week?
But I did sell, I sound like a fake reseller. I sold something last week.
Hey, that's okay. We've had a lot of fake resellers actually as members on the show. Sorry, go ahead.
Something last week on
Keeping it
eBay.
real. Keeping it real in the locker room, keeping it real. Go ahead, Kristen. Go ahead.
You're good. I sold it last week on eBay. A pair of soccer knees, and the reason I'm bringing them up like they're some spectacular thing
Did Chris ship
is
them?
because they have Yes, he did do that.
All right.
and and those have literally been sitting on my eBay store since we started.
Oh wow.
Or should
So-
I say I started now?
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I'm
Those
putting
are
a
the-
lot of shade at my husband. I need to stop.
Wait, did he source those? Did he pick them?
No, my dad
Oh.
did. When
Oh.
we first started reselling, but
Well, that's how you
I'm
find
just
out what
learning
parts
a
sell
lot of
quick,
shit.
and you learn things. You know, like when I started, I have stuff, not anymore, but still, I had stuff in my stores for 3 years, and it's funny because things eventually always sell. If you know, for the
Yeah.
most part,
Yeah.
even after years, things can just sell, and you're like, oh, I totally forgot about that. I hope I have it.
Yeah.
All right. Here's my sale of the week. This is a lot of over 200 loose Hot Wheels die-cast cars. And I just put them all in a big old box. The shipping on this thing was over 17 pounds. And yeah, that was a heavy one. And took $50 on it, plus the shipping brought it to $78.65, and then down to $57.14. So that's not a bad sale on a bunch of loose Hot Wheels that I didn't care to
Not
keep in my collection. So
Were those personal ones, or were
Yeah.
those something you had to like source individually and then finally lotted them together?
interesting question. That whole lot of those loose cars,
Mhm.
I bought them on auction from
Okay.
eBay. And as soon as I got them, I turned around and listed them and sold them right back out.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's cool. I
That
probably
works.
should have called Jason. Jason from Lux Garage, if you don't know who I'm talking about, on YouTube. He probably would have bought those. But anyway, let's get to this. Find of the week. We got to find. Let's see what sourcing we've done.
Newer, Newy. I don't know. I'm probably pronouncing this. Vision 4. This is the photography light, so it flashes. I believe you hook your camera up to it, and when you shoot your camera, it'll flash. So
That looks like a big old electric megaphone.
it is a microphone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Anyways, this is a Goodwill bin find. I usually don't buy electronics, but just the battery on these things is like $60 if I were to sell the battery.
Wow.
The only thing it's not tested, so I don't know if I want to invest and buy a little cord to test it or sell it as is. But these brand new they sell for like $250. So even used, it's like $125.
Well, I think I would invest in a small cord cost to test it and then get the most out of it you can.
Well, I can buy like a charger and charge the battery and then see if it turns on and just take a picture that I at least did that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that I could probably find any little charger on Amazon for cheap. So
Okay.
it's pretty cool.
Kristen, you got anything? A find of the week?
I do, but it's a little different. So I started on this app called Flip, and I thought it was super ironic because it's reselling, like a resell, and it's called Flip, and I just thought that was really funny. I find humor in crap like that.
The app you were talking about, Ben?
Huh?
No, this is a Flipped, right? Flip.
It's
I've got
FLIP. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Flip on my phone. Yeah, I'm familiar. Yeah. So what's the item?
It is the little mini mic mini
Oh,
USB mics.
Okay.
I don't know where the box is. I think my husband has it.
You just clip. Does that have a clip on it?
Yeah, you clip it on your shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe I should get one of those for the show, and I can clip it in my beard right here. No one will see it.
Great idea. but it was $30 on Flip, and I got it for. I've been on Flip for 6 days now, so I got it for 15. Yeah, $15. So
Cool.
I would say it's pretty good find, I guess.
Mhm.
Let me grab these for my find of the week here. Let me go.
Bye, Ben. You don't have to. Ben has turned into the presidential puppet master of
Oh
eBay.
gosh,
All right.
I saw
So
that.
These are
I,
kind of creepy. Not gonna lie, they're a little bit creepy.
so Friday night, late Friday night, this past Friday night, I was perusing through Facebook Marketplace and saw a brand new listing of what are described to be presidential action figures. And there was 141 of these. So there's a lot of presidents. There's a lot of statesmen like John Hancock, Benjamin Franklin, a lot of the ones that signed the Declaration of Independence. And
Oh my goodness.
George and Laura Bush right here. And they're 12-inch tall figures with their own stands, metal stands.
Can we see Trump, please?
He's way up there in the corner. But anyway,
So-
some of them talk. When you press on the back of them, they'll say what they're famous for saying. And
does Bill Clinton? What does Bill Clinton say?
I don't know.
I did not have.
Yeah.
No relation with that woman.
Yeah, you
and one of the I did test the Trump out. One of the things Trump says is, "You think you're a leader? I don't think you're a leader. You're fired."
You're fired.
So, but the point is, I've seen variations of these listed on eBay on sold comps, but none that look exactly like this, and definitely not any first ladies. So the first ladies that I had out of this batch that I bought, I paired it with their husbands, and I've listed them in pairs like this.
Mhm.
And I gave the guy had $1,200 for this entire lot, and I'm telling you, 3 extra deep storage tubs. For those of y'all that are familiar with storage tubs, the real deep ones, 3 of them chock full. I had to drive about 40 minutes to get these, and I got him down to $550, which puts me at a buy-in cost of $3.90 per figure.
Uh-huh.
And I think I have this couple listed for $89.95. So my original thought, if I was to sell them all off at $15 a piece, that's still good money. But I've also noticed some sold comps elsewhere where they've sold a lot higher than that. That is why I've put the price points where I put them. Now, I won't put them that high for every figure, but you have Richard Nixon, you have Dwight Eisenhower, Teddy Roosevelt, just all of them, Grant, all the presidents you can think of.
So the point of the story, guys, is that's what he was doing last Friday. This Friday night, he'll be staying home and playing with his dolls.
Playing with my dolls. That's right. Well, here's another one. This was really cool. This is George Washington. Look at the detail. All these little buttons are hand sewn on.
Yeah.
It's real quality material. The clothing. They're not cheap. Yeah, they're not cheaply made. His boots are real leather. So, yeah, I thought, man, that it caught my eye because I've never seen anything like that before. And I thought, when I checked eBay before I made the deal, there's not a lot of them listed, especially ones that look like mine. So I thought, well, let's just do it. So there you go.
If they don't sell, you can make some custom clothes for them. You can make some boots with the fur for him. And have all fun playing with your dolls all night.
Playing with my dolls. All right. Does anybody have a pitiful sale of the week?
Oh. What did I lose money on this week? Let's see. I'd have to look through it real quick.
Pitiful sale of the week right here. If you've got one, let's talk about it.
Let's see here.
Pitiful sale.
Um,
A $5 Wizard comic magazine, $5.40. That was like my lowest sell on eBay, I think.
I had my
Yeah. A Pez. I sold a Pez dispenser, $5.40 again.
what
those are
kind of pen dispenser?
Let me go back to it. Hold on. It is Funko Marvel Venom. It's from Venom. It's Dr. Doom, I think. I've had these forever. I bought a big lot where I bought all the Funko Pops, and these were in there.
Hold on a minute.
The
Okay.
Pez.
You bought that at a garage sale or something?
Yeah. Probably 2 years ago, I bought over probably a couple hundred Funko Pops. I had $2 wrapped up in every one. So there's the stuff that's kind of hasn't sold, that finally sold. So all the Funkos are gone except maybe like 5 of them. And there's probably like 300 of them.
That's cool.
Yup.
Kristen, do you have a pitiful sale of the week?
I had a Whatnot show for the first time in like since the holidays, and I would say that whole show was a pitiful sale.
Okay.
So, there you go.
Wait, I found something more pitiful. A shot glass. This is one of the types of things I picked up when I first got into reselling, and I still had it in my store. This has probably been in my eBay store for 5 years. It's this little Planet Hollywood shot glass. You can't even see it because it's shot glass. It's clear. But it's sold for $3.25.
I've sold those.
For $3? And
No.
$3. I took an offer. I was like, well, hopefully I'll make some money on the shipping.
Well,
and I probably what I paid a quarter.
You know, you can find a lot of shot glasses at yard sales.
Well, that's right. I used to buy all that.
So I would collect them up until I get a good lot of them together and then sell them in a lot. So that's what I did with shot glasses.
Well, 5 years ago, I didn't know it wouldn't even think about lotting things together and selling them.
Oh,
the collection.
Yeah.
I individually listed all my shot glasses.
Gotcha.
They sold like $5 to $3 each.
While Alex looks for a viewer comment, I'm going to thank our paid members to the locker room, starting with the $4.99 a month level MVP members, the ambassador to the locker room, Mr. Mike Camparelli. And speaking of Mike, Alex and I will be appearing on his channel, Metco Meetups, this Thursday night. I believe it's a live, Alex. Are we doing that live?
I think we're going to be doing it live.
Yeah.
So starting around
9 Eastern, I believe.
All right.
That's
9 your time.
Yeah. Metco Meetups on YouTube this Thursday, doing a live over there with the ambassador to the locker room and Mary McQueen over there as well. Both of them work together in Metco Meetups channel. So shout out to those guys and gals. Keith Vintage Sports Flips on YouTube. I had him as a guest a couple weeks ago. Had a great time. And Rick in Maryland. We can't forget Rick. He's always been a great supporter of this channel. We appreciate Rick up there in Maryland. And then next is our Skybox members, a $9.99 a month membership gets you access to backstage episodes, footage when we're out at meetups, as well as early viewings of the show. Wolfman Goodies, it's Chad across the mountain in North Carolina on YouTube. Trash to Cash Podcast, Flipping for Laughs, Mary McQueen. Good Water Pickers, Mr. Andrew on YouTube. Captain Morgan Riverboat Adventures, Pocket Change Reselling Podcast, and our former co-host and good friend Chris E.Z. Pickens right here in the locker room. All right, so let's get to the comment of the week.
So I don't have one comment, but I do want to bring up comments that I saw a lot of and a lot of confusion when Jake was talking about that he would pay $82 to sell something for $89. And there's probably over 5, maybe 8 comments talking about that, and people did not understand what he was talking about because they're like, "What about the fees? You wouldn't make any money if you bought it for 82 and sold it for $89." I think the point was of that whole story and that comment that he made was it was just an example. He wasn't getting into detail talking about fees and all that. He's just saying he would pay to make a couple bucks, That was the whole
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting in, that talking about the fees and all that and the gas to go get it, all that stuff.
Yeah.
He was just trying to make a point that he was willing to pay 80 to make $10 or whatever.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up, Alex. A lot of resellers are not going to do that low of a margin, which is fine because you do what works best for you. Everybody runs their business how they want to run it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I personally would not spend 80 to make 90. I wouldn't do that, but a lot of people that do. But anyway, you got anything else on that front, Alex?
No, that was it as far as comments, unless you want me to find another comment here.
Well, you can do that while I'm doing this.
Take your vitamins, kids.
Take your vitamins. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Community Huddle. I don't have one for you today, but I want to tell you about why we do Community Huddle. This segment is for you to present a problem, a challenge, a scam, a complaint, a rant, anything you want to get off your chest related to reselling. Submit it to us down below in the comments. We'll eventually plug it out and read it on this show because we're so unprepared every time we do this. It's just habit. But anyway, we want to engage with you, other resellers. It's why you're watching. We want to engage with you on this show. Leave your story about a particular buy, a situation with a customer buyer, whatever. Leave it down below, and we will feature that in the Community Huddle segment of the locker room.
Hey, Guy Neese left a comment, Ben. You know what he said?
Hey-o!
But he said, "Oh, we." So he added a "oh, we" to the "hey ho." Oh, we. So that's the comment of the week. He added a word to his comment that he leaves every episode.
That's awesome. Now, we've got a new segment, Kristen, to the show. We've only done it one time, and it's called the Offensive Find of the Week. But unfortunately, we don't get too many of those, and we do it for laughs.
Oh, I have one.
You got one?
You have one?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I'm doing a YouTube video about it right now. It's called the husband ball.
Okay.
I put my husband in a box and drag him out. My husband haul.
Bless Chris's heart. Next time you're on the show, we got to have him on here because I got to ask him some questions. All right. We're going to close this thing out. Kristen, do us a favor. Tell everybody out there in YouTube land where to find your YouTube channel, what the name of it is, where to find you on social media and whatnot, and all your other selling platforms.
1ThirftyMom on all selling platforms, guys. I talk about reselling. I laugh about reselling. I laugh about being a mom. All fun stuff. And I would love to engage with you guys. So please come check me out.
Great job. And that is the number one. It isn't ONE. It's the number one Thrifty Mom, the numeral, correct?
Yes. 1ThirftyMom. And I forgot to include, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Forgot to include that I do a giveaway every 100 subscribers. So I'm like 186 now. I grew like 5 subscribers last week. So
nice. Well,
come check me out,
Go check her out. Get her over to the hump of 200, right?
And get a giveaway because
And get a
somebody on
giveaway.
Whatnot won my first one.
Nice. So you do the giveaways that every time you hit 100 new subscribers. Be sure to go check her out over there on YouTube. Alex, do you have anything before we go?
Well, hopefully see everyone over on Mike's channel.
Yes.
So this will be coming out in the morning. We'll be that Thursday night. So hopefully see you over there. I think the following Thursday I might be doing a live with the Reselling with Woody, with maybe Easy Pickens and Mike Deathpile. So we'll see if that happens.
Cool.
If Woody shed his shed internet works.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. All right. Well, it's been a joy. Good to have you, Kristen. We appreciate you. Hope you come back to the locker room again. And on behalf of One Thrifty Mom, Beard King Picker, I'm the Rocky Top Picker. We cannot wait to see you back here every Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go out and get them and knock them down. Let's make some money, folks.